Hi everyone, and let's continue reading Irotoridori no Sekai. The previous episode ended up with us going to the parallel world and pointed out that Kana is gonna enroll in our school because the manager of the dorm wanted her to lead the good life, so he helped her to enroll there. And most likely that's what we're gonna see in this chapter. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight to the reading. God, that's hot. The blisteringly hot sun is baking my skin. That's like my own thoughts too, because like it's pretty darn hot here as well. My body feels so sluggish and very. The asphalt appears to be taking a bit into. You would think it's about to melt. Why do I have to do this?
口ばっかり言っても涼しくなんてならないぞ。
Money
む
and
しろま
groaning
すます暑
isn't
く
going
な
to
るだ
bring
けだ。
down the temperature any, you know? In fact, we will probably just sweat more. I know, Shinko. You don't have to tell me that. I can help, but I can help my attitude. After all, today is a Sunday. At least it's a Sunday, you know? The worst is the heat during the usual days, like when you work. I couldn't ultimately bring myself to say no to Shigure-san's request. Alright, we have to go and buy the stuff for Kana, like a book bag, pencils, and the uniform. So she would be able to go with us to the school. So I'm currently about to go shopping with Kana. You think she would be able to go shopping by herself? That's highly unlikely. Knowing how Kana is and that she still doesn't have any glasses this year. These are my honest thoughts, but Shinku is right. Morning and groaning won't change anything. If I don't want to be in this situation, then my only option is to suck it up and get it over with as quick as possible. Alright, Akana.
Hi.
Yes? Walking behind me, she raises her hat and responds as I call her name.
なんでしょうか。
What is it? Could you read our shopping list from top to bottom one more time, please?
おー、はい。わ
Oh,
かりまし
sure.
た。
I can do that. Okay.
なんだったかな。
What was it again? She reaches into the back, hanging from her arm, then takes out a single piece of notepad paper and unfolds it.
今日のお買い物の予定は
Today
で
we're
す
going to be
ね。
buying
制服の寸法合わせと
a made to
それと
measure school
私服の
uniform,
購入
casual
と
clothing,
教科書一式の
then
注
we
文
also
です。
have to order all the textbooks I need and shoot, that's a lot of stuff to buy. She's staring intently at the paper with a frown on her face. And there is more.
はい。それからメガネ屋さんにも行
Yes,
か
we
なく
also
ちゃい
need
け
to
ません。
visit an eye store. That would be a good course of the action, like. Cause Kana definitely needs a pair of glasses. To not to not die like after just a week with us. from all these bruises and scratches she keeps getting. Alright, I hope you find a pair of glasses you like.
ありがとうございます。
Me too.
だけど
But for me personally,
私
any
と
old
して
pair
は
of glasses
メ
will be
ガネとして
fine.
の機能がしっかりと
As long as,
備わっているものだったら
as they do
ど
what I
んな
need
もの
them
でも
to.
構わないんです。
That's all I want. Any old pair?
はい、
Yes.
どんなものでもです。
I will take anything. That's not how it works. Oh, so you'll be fine with pair of Coca bottle glasses? I was trying to be a little cheeky, but she remains unfazed.
はい、もちろん
Why?
です。
Yes, of
構い
course.
ませんよ。
I wouldn't mind one a bit. She wears a bright smile.
メガネだなんて高価なものを買っていただけるなんて
Someone is buying me
それだけで
something as
私
expensive
は
as
感
a pair of
激なんで
glasses,
す。
so I'll be eternally grateful regardless. She nods deeply, indicating just that. Oh, okay. She would really take anything. I figured she would get mad at my little provocation, saying she wanted something stylish, or at the very least something normal. I thought she's fine with everything. With anything. Well, it's all the fun. But I guess if she is happy, then I haven't any real reason to complain. Come to think of it, your old glasses were exactly like that. Huge thick lenses. Kinda reminds you of the bottom of a glass bottle.
はい、私としては新しいものを買っていただかなくても以前のもの
There
を
are
ちょ
such
っ
quick
と
yes.
直してもらうだけ
Honestly,
で
if
も十分
it
な
were
んですが
possible, I would rather simply get those fixed instead of buying a new pair. You treasure your belongings, huh? And that's a good thing, in my honest opinion. But they really not have a single care in the world about the appearance. I don't think anyone would blame you for being a bit more picky.
そうですか？
You think so?
あのメ
I think
ガ
the
ネ可愛
pair
い
head
と
was
思いますけど
very cute personally. Ah, seriously?
はい、とっても
Yes, I like how they look. Well, good for you, I guess.
私古いものが好きなんです。どちら
I
かと
like
いうと
older looking things, you see. Fair enough. Well, they're here glasses. She's fine with it, then so be it. Alright, and then let's start with the eye store. Yeah, it's probably gonna take some time to match of your eyesight and to order the glasses for her. That good with you?
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Yes, of course. Ran in and out of the eye store in several minutes? In several minutes, whoa. That's like really fast. You sure you don't wanna try and get your old pair fixed? Back in Hunt, we exit through the automatic sliding door as the cleric smiles behind us and wishes us a good day. I don't know the story behind them or anything, but you obviously care about them a lot.
はい、いいんです。
It's fine.
あのメガネを
The
直
store
すには
assistant
レ
said
ンズを丸々
they would
交
have to
換し
get
なければ
entirely
い
new
けない
lenses
と
in order to
店
fix
員さんに
them.
そう言われましたし、そこまでしたら
At that point,
も
they
う別
might
物
as
にな
well
って
be
しま
an
うような
entirely
気がしま
different
すから。
pair. Hmm. But the frame is still the same, right? Would they?
はい、だからもういいんです。
Yes, this is for the best.
メガネを卒業するに
It's about
は
time
ち
I
ょうどい
quit
い頃合いだったんだと思い
They're in
ま
the
す。
glasses anyway. Yeah, but like, you can't see anything without them. So what's the point of quitting now? Doing the glasses. Clarify Kana didn't have gold glasses repaired, nor did she buy a new pair. Ah, so she went with the contacts. That's a good enough of a solution. I see. Instead of she took the Crack's advice and settled on a pair of contacts. Therefore, she won't be wearing glasses anymore.
それに私コンタクトって
I've
少
always
し
wanted
憧
to
れ
wear
ていたん
contacts,
です
really.
よ
With a jolly smile, she carefully stows her glasses case away in her bag.
なんだかちょっと
I
大
feel
人
like
にな
this
れた
makes
よう
me
な
a
気分で
little
す
more of an adult in a way. Really? That seems a bit silly.
大げさだなんて
It's
そんな
really
こ
not
とはあ
though.
りませんとてもいいお買い物ができました
Very, very happy that I have this contacts now. Great to hear. So, how does it feel wearing contacts? I know you said that they make you feel more adult-like or whatever, but how's your vision? Any clearer?
Hi!
So much clearer, yeah, she went from like total from like everything been totally blurry for her to at least some clarity, so much clearer. She's smiling from year to year.
バッチリです
I couldn't complain if I wanted to. Nice. So you're satisfied with them?
はいユーマさ
Absolutely.
んの顔も
I can see
今
your
では
face
し
so
っ
much
かり
better
は
now.
っきり見えています
Good for you. Seeing you this with joy because of something so trivial fills me with that same joy. I'm even compelled to admit that I'm glad I came out here with her today.
うーん
Hmm.
でも
Though I
メガ
must
ネも
say,
なしに視界
it
が
feels
効くと
a
いうの
little
は
strange being able to
な
see
んだかと
this
て
well
も不
without
思議な
glasses.
感じがします
Oh, does it?
メガネをかけることにすっかり慣れていましたから
Yes, I had gotten really used to wearing glasses. That makes sense then. I've always had pretty good eyesight, so I've never experienced what it's like wearing glasses. So, what's the next on the list? We better not waste too much time. Otherwise we won't get to all the source we need to.
ああはい
Ah, yes,
ですね
let's see.
次は
What
制
about
服を
my
見に行って
school
もいいで
uniform?
しょうか
Could we go look for that? Sure, sounds like a plan. If my memory serves me, there is a pretty nice clothing store somewhere around here. Over the next few hours, went from store to store buying all the necessary things for Kana.
ちょっと聞きたいこと
Would
が
you
あるん
mind
で
if
す
I
が
ask you a little
いいですか
question?
ユーマさん
After checking off all the items in our shopping list, we decided to take a bit of a break at the park located near the shopping district. A bit of a recap. Following the uniform, we took care of more miscellaneous items like notebooks, stationery, and whatnot. Then lastly, we shopped for her non-uniform clothing, so leisure wear, pajamas, underwear, and the like, one set of each. Needless to say, I was entirely uninvolved in the selection of her undergarments. Well, I figured this out. You don't have the guts to go with it. Sure, what is it?
はい確認したいことがあるんです私
I want to confirm something with you, if you don't mind. Fine by me, so what is it? Something serious?
いえ
Well,
それはですね
how to best explain this? Like, what's the matter? She fidgets around uncomfortably. Must be something hard to say.
なんて言ったらいいんでしょうか難しいですねこれは
What I'm supposed to say? I have no clue at all. If you have no clue, I have no clue either. Sorry, 1 second. Huh? Can I ask you a question first?
おはい
Oh, sure.
どうぞどうぞ
Go right ahead. So, get me if I'm wrong, but you did buy casual clothes earlier, right?
はい
What? Yes.
そうですね
I did.
買わせていただ
That's
き
a
ま
very
した
cute outfit. So,
私にはもったいない
second,
くらい
honestly,
の
that I
可
feel
愛い
like it
服
will be wasted on me. It will be wasted on me. Alright, so Is there any particular reason why you're still walking around in that maid outfit?
と言いますと
Ah, so that's what he meant. What do you mean? You just bought you a normal outfit, so yeah, she probably stands out like a lot with this outfit, which was meant for the cosplay, as you could remember. So you shouldn't have a need to wear the maid outfit anymore. Like, do you not feel restricted in that?
別に窮屈だなんてことはないですが
No, not particularly. She glances down at her chest region. Yeah, not physically. I meant more in the mental state. In the mental sense. You have only been wearing data because you had nothing else to wear, right? Temporary, basically. And it served its purpose now that you have other clothes to wear.
それは確かにそうですけど
That's certainly true, but you
で
see,
も私この服
I've
気に入
taken
ってま
quite
す
a
ので
liking to this outfit. Have you now?
はいそ
Yes,
れはもう一
I could
日
wear
中
for
着ていて
an
も
entire
全
day,
く苦
no
じゃない
problem.
くらいです
She's bound to become some local celebrity. Like, the local weirdo. With so much attention she's drawing to herself with this outfit. Okay. I sketched my heart clueless as to what I'm supposed to say to that. I don't know. I just figured that maybe you'd want to change into your new outfit the store and wear it around, you know?
そうですね
I do see what you're saying. She holds up the cuff of the skirt part of the outfit a tiny bit and starts to wrap her fingers across the fabric.
ですが私はもう少しこのままの格好でいたいかなって
But
そ
I
う思
want
い
to
ま
keep
す
wearing this for a while longer.
せっかく買わせていた
I'm
だ
very
いたお洋
grateful
服
for
ですけ
the
れ
new
ど
outfit I received today
やっ
and
ぱり
I'll
私
make sure to wear it, but
今のこの
I
メイ
guess
ド
I
服
just
が
feel a
好き
little
なんだと思い
attached
ま
to
す
this maid outfit. Do you love for that thing, huh?
だ
Yes,
から
I do.
おいそれと脱いでしまうのがもったい
And
な
I
い
felt
とい
like
うか
taking it
こ
off
こ
so
で私
soon
服に変わると
would be a shame.
もうメイド服に袖を通す機会がなくなっ
Almost
てし
like
まうよう
if
な
I changed it to my
そ
new
んな感じ
outfit
がするんです
right after buying it, I would basically be resigning this maid outfit to the closet. I'm not really sure I follow, but I guess if you like it that much, there's no harm in wearing it.
ありがとうございます
Thank you very much. She begins with a slight hint of bashfulness, then says,
それにこの服は
Besides,
使用人としての
this
清
outfit
掃
serves a great
ユニフォームで
purpose
すから
since I'm
そう
a
簡単
maid
に脱いでしま
servant.
うわけにはい
It's
き
my
ま
work
せんよね
uniform, you might say. And I can't just take that off. Now can I? So she's still going with this. Your work uniform?
はい
That's right. And it's especially important that I wear it whenever I'm accompanying you, darling. How many times do I need to hammer this into your brain? Stop with the darling stuff, please. And no, my serious off limits no.
そうですね
I understand where you are coming from. She gives a firm nod.
まだ席を入れていませんも
After
のね
all, the marriage isn't official yet. Okay. She still plans to drag us to City Hall and tie the knot. Dang. That's not what I was trying to say at all.
でも大丈夫です
Don't worry.
婚姻届な
I
ら
have
こ
the
こに
match registration from right here. This she is even prepared for that. Okay, why are you carrying that on you? Wait a second. Please tell me I'm imagining this.
何がですか
What are you referring to? Do you really need to ask? Is the name written on the signature line for my name? Did she fill the form for us?
そうですね
That
筆跡もバッチリ見せてありますよね
as you can see. Okay, I like this expression. And I'm pretty sure it's the new one. as you can see, I managed to forge here. Whoa. It's like, I think it's can be considered like a Sekai. At least in some parts of the world. To forge your handwriting impeccably. Is this a joke? Your boastful admission renders me completely and utterly speechless.
あとはここにユーマさんが捺印してくだされば準備は万端整う感じ
All
で
that
す。
is left is for you to
私
stamp
って
it
気
with
が
your
利いてま
seal.
すよね。
It will be ready to turn it in. Very smart of me to fill in your signature ahead of a time. Don't you think? No, not at all. I didn't even like get that, friend. Where would you learn that? What my handwriting looked like in the first place?
はい、それはその
Natsume-san was the one
夏目さんが
who did that. Yeah, go figure. Why would I even ask? She still hasn't learned her lesson, has she? I guess the popping Hotari wasn't enough. We're about to enter her full career, like if she is keeps going with her pranks on us and dragging Kana into it. Didn't I tell you not go along with your nonsense? I swear. I've told you this how many times now?
はい、ですから今回は2人で一緒に計画しました。
Yes, and I didn't forget about that. That's precisely why I came to her and we created the plan together this time. Okay. Say what?
だから
I'm sorry if I confused you. Is my wording? Probably should have
って
said
いう方が正しいですね。
Natsume-san
ご
helped
めん
me.
なさい、言い間
Instead
違え
of
てしまい
implying
ま
it
した。
was all your idea. Yeah. That was quite a big slip up on your side. I see the full picture now. I'm done with everything. This girl is too hopeless, lacking in the common sense department. On the second thought, though, I feel like that doesn't even begin to describe just how mind-boggling her actions are. But whatever, I have come to expect that from her by this point. I get you, but why Suzu-san? What does she even stand to gain from brilliant childish pranks like this all the time? Maybe she just likes to screw with us.
単純に暇なんだろう。
It's probably just a simple case of boredom, if you ask me. So to them, I'm basically just a toy that exists for the sole purpose of providing them entertainment. Great.
そんなことありません。遊びなんてとんでもないです。
I'm not doing this for fun of it. There is no smile on her face.
私はいつでも真剣なんです。
Do these things with the intention of messing around. I'm always 100% serious. And it makes it even more concerning. Are you now? I press my fingers against my eyelids. Because I have a headache with you. I'm done with everything. Just do your worst. I don't even care anymore.
それってまさか。
Wait. Does that mean what I think it means? Her cheeks blossom like a rose and looking up at me. Her eyelashes, she says.
これから2人で市役所にってことですか。
You willing to go to the city hall with me right this very second? She's not taking a no for the answer. We have bought everything we needed, so I'm ready to head back to the dorm if you are.
でも市役所は夕方には閉まっち
The
ゃうってい
city
う
hall
か。
won't be open for very much longer, so also remember to thank Shugure-san. Shugure-san, when we get back, alright? He's the one who paid for all of this.
無視は嫌です。悲しいです。
Please don't ignore me like that. You're going to make me sad. She drops her shoulders and frowns.
もちろん管理人さんにお礼はしますけど。
I wouldn't possibly forget that. Good, it's important to show gratitude.
でもどうして。
But I can't help but wonder why. Why is that?
はい。
He's been
管理人
exceptionally
さんはどう
generous
して
to me, and
私にこんなに
I
良
don't
くして
really
く
know
ださるん
why.
でしょうか。
That's just the sort of a person he is. He's kind and obliging by the nature.
個性？
Is that right? Yeah, I feel like there is more to him than just simply being kind and obliging by nature. I know. If he sees someone in need, he feels obligated to help, even if that person is a total stranger. In some pretty shady circumstances. That's just who he is. He'd probably deny it, but at the very least, that's my impression of him. A wonderful, kind-hearted person. Whoa, our opinion of him is really high, like... I like this Suzu. But yeah, don't worry about inconveniencing him. Just make sure to say thank you and you'll be fine.
そうですか。
Okay. Well, that kind of dragged on for a bit. You wanted to ask me something, right? What is it? Kana? Sensing something behind your silence, I guess into her eyes. What's the matter? She's staring intently at something. I follow her gaze and find a mother and a child playing in the park's sandbox. She watches them quietly with a forlorn expression. I decide to wait for her to speak.
ユーマさん、
Yuma-san. Yeah?
私の質
Can
問
I ask you my question now?
聞いてくれますか？
Of course.
ずっと気になっていたことです。
I haven't been able to get it off my mind ever since I learned you were who you were.
質問します。
Alright then, I will ask. So, what is your question? Hmm?
ユーマさん、
And that you are
あなた
a
は魔
sorcerer,
法
but
使いで、
you are a celebrator
そし
too,
て
aren't you?
逃がし屋さんなんですよね。
Huh? So she's making a distinction between these two things. Interesting. Yeah, I am. I do wish she would stop calling me a sorcerer, though. I still in apprenticeship, but you're right. I do work as a liberator.
それではユーマさん、
So if I
もし
were
も
to
私が
before continuing, she pauses for a moment. After mentally letting herself, she raises her heart and emits my gaze again. If
私
I
が
were to make a request for
もしも
you
ユーマ
to
さんに
save me,
助けてくださいとお願いしたら、
huh?
私を逃がしてください。
If you
私を
ask
自
you
由にしてくださ
to
いと
liberate me,
願ったら、
if I ask you to set me
そ
free,
うすれば
would you do that?
ユーマさんは私を助けてくれますか？
But what exactly does this entails? From what we're supposed to set you free?
私はユーマさんのお
We're
仕事に
interested in the nature
と
of
て
your
も
work.
興味があります。
Okay, I'm getting suspicious about her again. Okay, this is mute. Settle the opponent before silence finally ensues. Attempt to squeeze out a question in order to eat the air for the tense, suppressive silence. By that, are you making? That as I was about to speak, there was a formal request. I feel my phone begin to vibrate inside my pants pocket.
ユーマさん、お
Yuma-san?
電話鳴っていますけ
I
ど、
think that's your phone. Alright, so it kinda interrupted our conversation. That's a pretty loud ringtone, if you ask me. Mind if I excuse myself for a second to take this?
はい、
Oh
どうぞ。
no. Go ahead. Thanks. I take it out of my pocket. Susan's name is displayed on the screen. That might not be good. To clarify, this is a work phone. Oh, so we have a job lined up. So the fact that she's calling me could potentially mean some kind of emergency sprung up. Sprung up. I hit accept.
今どこにいる？
Where are you right now? I hear your voice clearly. Our call is now over. I guess it's time. Wait, what? That was quite abrupt call. But I guess it means just we have to rush to Suzusan side. Kana. And the leisure time is over. I stuck my phone book inside my pocket. Said you wanted to know what our Chiapas Liberators entails?
はい。
Yes. It's your lucky day. An opportunity is arising for you to see firsthand what we do. I'll answer your question after that. So we're gonna learn what is Japanese. Wind. A strong howling wind. The wind from the beyond performs its serenade as it prepares to seal the girl away. To fulfill our request this time around, we have ventured to a far-off parallel world. Don't give up, we're almost there. Run for dear life. Our destination is the dorm. If we reach there, then we'll have liberated our client. We hold on to her hand as tight as we can. We can't let go. We mustn't, no matter what. But the girl whom we assumed sought her own liberation stops running all of a sudden and looks at us. Then staying above the sky, she declares, this is enough. The more of her hand is gone, and its place is a piercing sense of emptiness. If this world can be saved from my sacrifice, she continues. Her eyes are bleak and lifeless. All I see is in them is resignation. I like my mom and dad, so if I can save the world they live in my life, then I'll gladly accept that fate. What are you saying? Come on, don't stand still. We have to keep going.
そうだ。ゴールはもうすぐそこなんだ。
You can't give
だ
up
から
now.
諦めちゃダメなんだよ。
Just right ahead. We try to grasp your hands once more, but it's all in vain. I think your tips pass right through your hand, and Susan's plea of encouragement to Millie grazes your earlobes. So that's the girl. The blue of the sky bleeds through her translucent figure, indicating that her body is losing its physical substance. Why? Don't be sad. I have no regrets dying this way. With each howl of the wind, the flame of her soul dwindles and dwindles away. Why did you stop? We took an oath to rescue her. Stopping midway is supposed to be impermissible under any circumstances. And we have a right to fight against her wishes. She's willingly chosen to stop and resign herself to this fate. We have a right to force her to come with us. So we could only persuade her and we don't have a right to use a force to bring her with us. That's what I'm getting from this. This is as far as I can go. I don't have the energy to keep running any longer. But I have to keep repeating it. I have to keep trying to persuade her. You're almost there. Our destination is just ahead. So why? Why would you just give up like this? Something got more. My eyes are forcibly shut from the impact of this wind, so cold it stings my skin. Thank you. I will never forget what you have done for me. And when they open, the girl is gone. Remaining are only us three. Me, Suzu-san, and Kana, who is shadowing us at the job. We each stand there, gazing up toward the sky that whisks this girl away from us. Feathers. Shimmering white feathers come from the sky. The feathers of a god, white as air, white as snow. They flutter and flutter. They flitter and flutter, more and more fall, clouding our vision in the white. Then wind. The wind is howling. The wind from the beyond, which whisks you away from me. The scenery before me is an uncanny resemblance to my dream. And we have a transition here. So it seems like someone in our team like died. If or it might be what just happened may be related to our dream, like that you constantly keep having. After returning to the basement, we migrated to the dining room. And now we sit at the table in silence with tea that Kana made for us. The fact that our success rate still remains as at a pitiful 0% is heavily weighing on us. They keep repeating in my mind. That's enough. Those words she spoke us. The sky's color bled from her body. I have no regrets dying this way. She chose to give her own life in exchange for your world's salvation. To grant him another tomorrow. Please. Please save us. A matter inside my mind. Our jobs over there always seem to resemble what I see in my dream. The people of these myriad worlds go about their lives unaware of the dark secret of this universe. That if not for continual human sacrifice, their worlds would be annihilated. Alright, so that's taking a quite a turn. Like, so you're telling me that this worlds they only can be sustained by people dying, for just keeping them going, like. Yo, that's kinda crazy. And seems like we weren't able to save anyone, like persuade anyone. But what I wonder about is like, why is that? Like, why is everyone so eager to sacrificing themselves and to keep all this worlds going? Ah, man. Susan then grunts while scratching her heart, clearly having gotten fed up with the gloomy atmosphere in the room.
参ったね。私たちは一体いつになったら誰かを助けられるんだろうね。
This really sucks, when are we finally gonna be able to save someone? Susan herself is an expert in various areas and has experience dealing with many different situations. Hardly anything is capable of making you feel powerless. Job request from over there. However, the sole exception.
ス 少しお話を聞いてもいいでしょうか？
May I ask a question?
うん、
Oh yeah,
もちろんいいよ。
sure. Ask away.
ユーマさんと夏目さん、
Natsuma-san,
そして
Yuma-san,
管理人さん、
and you, Mr. Manager. So the manager is also in the room.
ん
Hmm? After mentioning our two names, she looks over at Shigure-san, who sits at the table with us.
皆さんのお仕事というのは
What exactly is the nature of this
どういうものなんで
work
す
you
か？
do?
ユーマさんが私に具体的なお仕
Yuma-san
事
was
の
kind
内
enough
容
to
を見
allow
せて
me
いただい
to
た
come
わけで
alone
す
and
が、
observe with my own two eyes.
できればも
But
う
I
少
still
し
feel
わ
like
かりや
a
すくな
verbal
るように
explanation would
言
give me
葉に
much
して
better
説明していただ
understanding.
ければ嬉しいなって思いまして。
ああ、そうだね。
Where do we begin? After shooting a quick glance at me, he takes a sip of his tea before continuing.
まず、僕の方から説明させてもらおうか。
I suppose I will do the honors first.
僕たち3人の仕事を簡単に言うと、
Our work is this. I listen attentively to his words as I continue to sit in silence. How he's going to answer the vast amount of questions that are without swirling around inside Kana's heart right now. The girl, the wind, the feathers that fell from the sky, and your subsequent disappearance. What does that all mean? Why was she saying the thing she was saying? Protecting the world, sacrificing herself.
今日君が見た
We rescue people
あの
like
子
the
のような
girl
人た
we
ちを
saw
救い
today.
出すこと。
That's what I,
それ
Yuma-kun
が僕たちの
and Natsuma-san
ユーマ
do.
くんと夏目くんのお仕事なんだ。
救い出す？
What do you mean by rescue?
そう。
We rescue those
この世の全てをまとめる理不尽な拘束力に目
who
をつ
cut
けら
their
れ、
freedom
不自由を強
by
制
us
された
result
人
of
間
being
たちを
targeted by
こ
the
の寮の
oppressive
敷地内
authority
ま
that
で逃がす
rules
んだ。
over our universe. Our goal is to get them within the perimeter of this dormitory.
救い出すって
You talk about
一体
rescuing,
何
but
からですか？
what is this thing they've been rescued from?
そうだね。
Yeah, I suppose that's a
スムーズに
natural
共通理
question.
解を得るためには、
Before
ま
I
ず
delve
前
into
提として話さな
that,
くてはいけないこと
there
が
are few things you need
い
to
くつか
know
あるの
in
だけれ
order
ど、
to fully comprehend everything. Following that, Shigure-san holds up his index finger.
もう君も知っている通り、
As you already know,
この世にはたくさんの世界がある。
our universe is comprised of a multitude of different
た
worlds.
くさんだ。
Many different kinds. More than you can count.
この学生寮の地下室からつながれる世界だけではなく、
The dormitories
本当に
in
たくさん
this
の世界
basement
がある。
only allows us access to a select few. In reality, there's a near infinite number of them out there.
どうしてそのようなものがあるのかと
As
問
for
わ
the
れて
question
も、
of why,
あるのだからあるのであって仕
that's
方
just
が
how
ない。
it is. It's a
というよう
non-answer.
な、そんな曖昧な返答しかできないのだけれど。
It's the only answer we have. The limitation, I assume, is the clock that we have in the basement. Like,
ともかく、そうして、それら数あるすべての世界を滑る場所が、
somewhere in
この世の
the
どこかに
vastness
あるんだ。
of the universe, there lies a singular place which maintains control over all the many worlds.
すべての世界を
There is a place that
滑る場
maintains
所。
control over all the worlds.
ああ、うん。ちょっと例
Here,
え
why
話
don't
をしよ
we
うか。
illustrate it with a little example?
僕たちはよく
Oftentimes,
何か個人の力では耐え難く思えるような災難に遭遇すると、
our luck, we pray
神様どうかお
the
願
being
い
we
し
call
ま
a
す
god,
と祈るだろ。
right?
神様どうかお願い
Please,
しま
God,
す。
save me from my
私たちを
misfortunes.
助けて。
そうですね。
True.
そうい
I
うこ
suppose
ともあ
people
る
do
と思い
that
ます。
from time to time.
その場所その
And
もの
that
が
place is,
僕たちの言う
so
神様なん
happens
だ。
is the very place where that God we pray to resides. What?
その世界、その場所が僕らの概念上で言う神様なんだと置き換える
That
ことが
world
で
and
きる。
the very realm itself the universe's God. As we humans define it,
世界が
the realm itself is God.
そう。
Correct.
わかりにくいかもしれ
It
ない
might
け
be
れど、
difficult concept
その
for
場
you
所
to
が
grasp,
この世に生きる
but
命
that
や
place
自然現
is
象などの全
what
てを
can
支配
host
している。
all the existence and phenomena in this universe.
僕も君も
It knows of you,
この
me,
町に生
and
きる人たち
the
だけじゃ
people
なくて、
living in this
も
town.
っともっと多くの
It
人
has
たち
full
の事
knowledge
象を
of every
全て把握してい
aspect
る。
pertaining to every person, past, present, and the future.
事情ですか？それというのは一
So
体
it's
どういったものなん
omnipotent
ですか？
What exactly does that mean?
それは
It knows
僕たち
everything
の
that
運命だったり宿命だったり、そういうものの全てを
has
という
and
ことだ
will
よ。
ever happen to us.
だから神様、
For that reason, we call it a god.
何も自立した人間的思考
Knowledge
回路が
dictates that a god
超越者でなくてはならないという道理はどこにもないんだ。
will be sort of a
意志を持
transcendental
たない
being
場所や
capable
もの
of
が
human-like
神様だってあり得ていい。
processes. A place of object without a will can just as easily fulfill his role.
そしてもう一つだけ雑談をしようか。
There is also one more thing that I need to inform you of.
これからまた突飛な話をするけれ
It
ど、
will seem
どうか
outlandish
引い
and
たりしないでほしいんだ。
inconceivable again, like what I just told you. But please try to not to freak out.
はい、
Okay,
わかりました。
I can do that. She nods in assent. Outlandish and inconceivable, he said. You think that nothing could possibly be more inconceivable than what he just said. Yet kinda waits eagerly for his continuation with about that brief.
かなちゃんは集合的無意識という考え方を聞いたことはないかな。
Have you ever heard of something called the collective unconscious? Oh, so that's he's heading to like us. So probably the god is like this universe is like the collective unconscious. Like, is what he is trying to say?
いいえ、
I can say I have.
それは
It's a
宗教や
metaphysical
哲学
concept
の枠
that
内にある
frequently pop up in
超自然的な考え方だ。
philosophy and theology.
人間の未来も
Claims
過
that
去も
some
現
way
在
in
も
our universe
その全てがつぶさに記録されている精神的な真相
where
世
all
界が
experiences past,
この宇
present,
宙
and
の
the
どこか
future
にあり、
of it, and each every person are recorded in their entirety.
その場所にはこの世にあり続けるものには逃れようのない決して避けることのできない運命が事細かに決められ
To
存
find
在
that
している
for
と
each and
そういう考え方だ。
everything that exists in this universe, there is a plan set in place. A fate, you might alternatively say.
そういった信仰や哲学を
It
迷信
is
だ
and
オ
the
カルトだと
scientists
唯物論者や科
rightly
学者たち
dismiss
は
the idea of
決して認めよう
collective
とはしないけれ
unconscious
ど、
as mere superstition and pseudoscience.
でもね、真実の蓋を
But
開
the
けてみる
curious
と
thing is,
そういった
if you
得意
dig
点が
deep
実際に
enough
存在
into
して
the
いるんだよ。
secrets of this universe,
この世界
you'll
の
find
てっ
that
ぺ
a
んに
singular point like that actually exists in the apex of all creation.
認めようと認めまいと信じようと信じまいと重力の力が誰しも平等に働くように
Believe it or
それは
not,
ごく当たり
makes
前
no
に
difference.
僕らの静かなる
Just
隣
as
人とし
everyone
て
is
すぐ
affected
横
by
に存
gravity,
在してい
it
る。
exists as a natural phenomenon. They are present to us.
繰り返すようだけど 僕
I
が
know
神
I'm
様
repeating
と
myself
定義づ
here,
ける
but
その場所には
every single bit of
この世の
information
全てが詰まってい
within
るん
this
だ。
universe is recorded at the place which I previously referred to as a god.
もちろん今日僕が
Meaning
君にこの
naturally
話
it
を
knew
するというこ
to
とも
be
含
sitting
まれてい
here
る。
having this
とも言え
conversation today. Well, possibly.
微妙な言い方をして申
But
し
on
訳
the
ないが
uncertainty,
この
well,
領
this
内
dome
は
is a bit
不干渉地帯
of
で
an
例外だから
exception
ね。
since it's you might call an non-interference zone.
ともかく予定調和なん
Basically,
だ
what
よ。
I'm saying is
何事
that everything in the universe is
全ては
governed by
決め
established
られた通
harmony.
りに物事は生まれて
Everything
進み
begins
終わってい
carries
く。
on and ends in state accordance to how it was predetermined to be.
そういう風にしてその神様の場所にはこの世のすべての詳細なシナリオが詰め込まれているわけだ。
In that sense, every single event that has a does and will be occurred in our universe is recorded and stored at that divine sanctum.
この世界のてっぺん。
at the apex of all creation.
それはどういった場所なんですか？どういった世界なん
Might
ですか？
ask what kind of a place it is like. But how are we supposed to save anyone from this? Like, if it's all-knowing God that has the recordings of all that are supposed to happen in the present and in the future, and in the past besides that, like. I mean, it also explains like why our success rate is like is low, but like it starts to sound like it's impossible to ask to pull off in the first place. Might ask what kind of a place it is. What's the world they're like?
そうだな。そこのところはなんて説明をすればわかりや
That's
すい
a
の
tough
か。
question. How would I best explain it in a way that you would understand?
うん。それなら
It will take over
そこか
things
ら
from
先は
here,
私が
if you
説
don't
明しよ
mind.
うか。
Seeing Sugar-san dominating with an uncomfortable frown on his face, Suzu-san steps in and takes the reins.
そこはね、本屋さんなんだよ。
It's basically what you would imagine as a library.
本屋さん
What
ですか？
a library? She nods with a short yeah.
それは不思議な本
Very
屋。
peculiar library.
そこはね、
It's a strange
誰
mystical
も知ら
place
ない
that
遠い遠いと
exists
ころ
in
にあ
some
る
far off
どのような願いも
distant
叶う
location that
不思議な
nobody
場所なん
knows
だ。
of. And it has the power to grant you any wish you desire.
願いが叶う。
It grants you
どんな願い
your
もです
wish,
か？
any wish no matter what.
うん。
Hmm?
今管理
The
人がその
manager
場
just
所を
told you that
神様
you
と言
thought
っ
of
た
it
けど、
as a god, but
私はちょっと違う意見だな。
I have a slightly different perspective on it.
その本屋を
When I
叩い
try
て
to
言うなら、
envision that
あの世と
library
い
in
う
my
か、
mind,
天
what I
国と
see
言っ
is
た
more
方
like
が
what you would
より
refer
しっく
to
り
as
くるように
a heaven
私は
or
思うん
the
だ。
afterlife.
天国の本屋さんですか？
The library of heaven?
そう
Yep,
だね。
basically.
そういえば
Come to
そんな
think
タイト
of
ル
it,
の本があったな。
I read a book with a
あ
similar
れは素
title
敵なお
once.
話だった。
Got a pretty nice story. It's a jocular smile. She nods before continuing.
そこへは生きている人間
Even
はいけないん
unable
だ。私たちが
to reach
最
that
果ての
realm,
古書店と呼
only
ぶ
those
その本屋のドアを
that
開けられるのは
unknowingly
死んだ人間の
living
命だ。
can open the gates to the great library of the beyond.
その場所には、その本屋には
The souls of
死
the
んだ
dead
人間の魂だけが自
automatically
動的に集められ、
to that place,
そうしてその
the
命は
library upon the death,
一冊
and
の本にまとめら
all
れ
in
る。
that their essence is condensed into the form of a single book.
死んだ人間は
Does
本
that
に
become
なる。
books?
そう、
Uh-huh.
心の中に
Simultaneously, they granted a special
夢を
power.
叶える特別な力を付与されて、
Deep within that gives them the ability to fulfill their dream. Oh no. It starts to sound like either Yuma or Shinku is already dead. The most probable scenario is that it's a Shinku.
夢を叶
A
え
special
る
power.
特別な力？
Because it's exactly like the description is is fitting to what is going on with the Shinku to AT. A special power that gives them the ability to fulfill their dream.
うん、
Yeah.
ちょっと話
Do you
が
mind
ずれ
if
ちゃ
I
う
say a
け
bit
ど、いいか
from
な？
the original conversation? Kinda gives a slight nod, and Suzu-san gives confirmation. Continues.
人間の
Each
命には
human life
一
is
人一
unique
人特
in
性
some
があっ
way.
てね。
Even has a predefined
誰に
promise
でも生まれ
that's
た時
engraved
から
into
決
their
まってい
soul
る
from the moment that
魂
they
に
are
刻まれ
born.
た約束があるんだ。
約束
A
で
promise?
すか？
そう
Right.
その約束
Everyone
を
is
この
initially
人生
conceived
の
into
中で
this
果たしてい
world
きます
after resolving
そうして
themselves
僕は
to achieve
私は
happiness by
必ず
fulfilling
幸せにな
some
りますと
promise
決意して
over the course of their
みん
lives.
なこの世に生まれてくるんだ。どんなに冷酷
Even
非
the
常な
most
極悪
wild,
人だったとし
wicked
ても
people out
も
there
ともとは
were
そうい
also
うも
the
の
same
なん
as
だ
you and
よ。
I in that sense.
人間の命は
Each
誰し
human
も
life,
平等
regardless
に
of what blessings or
与え
misfortune
ら
they
れるも
may
のが
have
多かれ
been
少
born in
な
this
かれ
is
幸せにな
difficult
るため
at
に
the time of
そうし
conception.
て巡り合うより多くの誰かを
Even
幸せに
harbors
するために
fundamental
こ
purpose
の世に生まれてくる。
pursue happiness and to bring happiness to others.
だからその神様の場所はこの世に生まれる命が魂の約束を果たせるようにと願いをかけるんだ。
The divine sanctum, as I refer
心
to
の
it,
中に特別な力を持たせてね。
wishes for the lives that have been conceived to someday become able to fulfill the promise of their soul. For that purpose, it gives them each a special power.
人の心は特別だから願えば何でも叶うんだ。神様が誰しも平等にその力を与えてく
The
れて
human
る。
spirit is a mysterious
多くの
thing.
人はその力に気づけ
So
な
long as we wish upon it,
い。いや、
any wish can become a
気づこうと
reality.
もしないままだけど、
God grants this power equally to everyone. Most are unable to perceive it, as its existence doesn't even occur to them.
どうして
Why?
ん
Hmm.
どうしてそん
Why
な
does
に
that divine
その
sanctum treat us
神様の
humans
世界
so
は
favorably?
私たち人間を手厚く扱ってくれるんですか？そうすることで
There's some
そ
sort
の
of
場
a
所に
benefit
何か
to
利益がある
Sanctum
のでしょ
for
うか？
doing that.
私には
I just
どう
can't
してもそこのと
comprehend
ころが
that.
理解ができま
Why
せ
it
ん。
would be why it would do these things?
特に改まったお
Doesn't
礼も
get even
感
a
謝も
simple
あ
thank
り
you
がとう
from
の
us.
言葉も
Not even
何
a
も口にしない
mention of
私たちなの
gratitude.
に
When we are
辛い
safe from
時は
our
助けら
wounds
れ
and
て当然と
misfortunes,
さ
we
無意
nothing
識の
of
領
it.
域のどこかでは思っているような私たちなのにお礼を口にする
We don't even
正しい
endeavor
相手さえも知ろうともしない。
to figure out what
私たちなのに
it is that we should thank for that.
そんな私たちを
The Sanctum
そうま
essentially
でして
treats us
宝物のよ
like
う
a
な
prize
扱いをする
rebels.
必要性と利
Why is
益
it
が
necessary to do
どこかにあ
so
るので
much
しょ
for
うか？
those so ungrateful? What benefit is there for it to?
それについては非常に簡単だ。
The answer to that is shockingly simple.
簡単？
What is it?
神様の場所は
The divine sanctum
人
greatly
間の
loves
ことが大好き
humans.
なんだ。
That's quite a simple answer.
この動機さえあれば十
The,
分。
that
それ
incentive
だけで利益につな
is
が
more
る。
than enough reason for it to
個
do
人
what
的
it
な
does
自己意識
and
が満たされ
it provides a reward.
そういった利益に
Self-gratification.
自分が好きなものに
There
は
is something or
無条
someone
件に甘やかしてやりた
unconditionally
くなる
love
だろ
You'll do just about anything for it, right?
とにかくそのようにして一冊にまとめられた魂の本は
Souls have been
最果てにある古書店
it
の
have
書
been
架に収め
condensed
られ
to the form of books as
次に生まれ
explained
変わるまで
shelved
静かに順番を待つ。
in the great library of the beyond,
心に
potentially waiting to be reborn again. And in the meantime,
心
in the meantime,
そう
in the meantime,
心
Well,
の中に秘めた
waiting
魂の
the dream of the
約束
day
を
when they can
果
finally
た
use
す
the
力を
power
使える日を夢見
nesting
てね。
inside of them and to fulfill the promise of their soul.
とまあだいぶ話がずれたけれど
You got plenty of
ともか
track.
くそのようにして輪のように
Every
命は
person
巡るんだ。
goes through the cycle
ぐる
again
ぐ
and
るぐる
again.
ぐるぐるぐる
Again
と
and again. To demonstrate, she dwells her to wind experience out in the air.
それがこの世界のルールというか
That's
原
the rule
則
of
というか
our universe abides by.
ともかく
The fundamental
決まり
nature
な
of
んだ。
it. But to get the idea, it's something that will always remain constant.
この世に生まれた人間の命なら誰しもその束縛から解放されることはない。
All human life conceived into this universe is forever bound by it.
本屋最果ての古書
The
店
great library of the beyond.
死んだ人間は
The data becomes a book and each of them gains the power to fulfill their dream.
力
I wish I could have. Do not part prepared for me in this one because it's like it's a lot of stuff to take in at the same time. I didn't expect them to go all out in this part like so early on. Or at least tell us so much about how about the inner workings of the universe. The 8th library of the Beyond, the dead becomes book, and each of them gains a power to fulfill their dream. After murmuring to herself for a few seconds, she speaks up.
なるほど、そうなんですか。と素直にうなずいてしま
It's
う
hard
に
for
は、
me to simply not and
疑
say,
惑
oh,
には
okay.
信じがたい話
Honestly,
です
it's
ね。
a lot to take, and yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
まあ普通はそうだ
Well,
よ
that's
ね。
the normal reaction for most
それ
people,
がまともな反応だと
I
思う
would
よ。
say. After another short period of silent contemplation, Kana slowly opens her mouth again to speak. As directed at Susan.
とりあえず、まずは今のお話をすべて本当だ
Let's
と
just
飲
go
み込
ahead
んだ
and
として、
say that I have accepted all of that as true.
その
My
神
question
様
then
の世界の
becomes,
本屋さんと
how is that library from the
今日のあ
Divine
の子と
Phantom
どういう
related
関
to
係
the
がある
girl
んで
who
すか？
just disappeared?
うん、
Right,
それはね。
that's a good question. A visible frown on her face. She tells of how she struggles to find the right words.
そこからが本題
This
なん
is
だ。
where we get to the important part. This time it's Sugar-san who steps in to save
こ
Suzu-san.
の世のどこかにあるという
They
そ
have
の本屋の
detected
力が
anomalous
どうやら異常をきたしたみたいなんだ。
behavior from the library.
異常ですか？
What? Anomalous behavior?
そう。
That's right.
どうしてだかその
We
本
haven't
屋が
pinpointed why,
ま
but
だ死ぬべき
it's
ではな
begun
い。
to excessively
この世に
harvest
生きる人間た
the
ちの
souls
命を
of
乱
living
獲し
people in
始
the
めた。
various worlds.
次から
One
次
after
へと。
another. And these are people that, under normal circumstances, aren't supposed to die yet.
理由はわからない。その発端もわからない。
You know, neither the reason for it, nor what triggered it.
人間のことが大好きだったはずの神様の世界は
The divine
理
phantom
由
that
もなく
we thought loved
今を
humans,
生きる人間た
has
ちの
begun
命
to
を
steal
次
lives
々と奪い始め
with
た。
rhyme or reason. Normal everyday people striving to make the most out of their lives, and they are suddenly whisked away to that realm.
どうしてそんなことが？
What would possibly make it do that?
さあ、
Your guess
どう
is
してだろう
as
ね。
good as mine.
人
Maybe
間
no
が
your
大嫌い
favorites,
になったのかな。
or perhaps it
争いば
an
かりを
out
繰
of
り返す
patience,
強欲な奴らに
having to
愛想を
witness
尽かしたのか
the
な。
constant bloodshed coming from
それはわからな
our
いんだ。
greedy, materialistic race. I don't know.
何せ相手は僕たちと同じような自
We
律
have
的
to
な思考
remember
回路を持つ意思的な存在じゃない
the。twin we are talking
と
about
思われ
is
るから。
in existence we are
だ
deemed
から
to lack any sort of autonomy. It has no consciousness, so to speak of.
だから、おい、どうしたん
Maybe it does, but
だ。どこか調子でも悪いのか
we just have
と
no
いう
means
具合
to
に
find
して
out.
訳を問いただすこと
So
が
we
できない。
can't simply ask it what it's doing and hope for an answer.
ともかく神様の世
But
界
the
は
fact remains,
人間たちの
the
命を
divine
無差別に
phantom
乱
has
獲し始めた。
started to indiscriminately
その事実だ
harvest
けが
human lives,
確かなもの
but
と
we
し
know
てあ
that
る。
for certain.
その自然災害のようなものから逃がしてあげるのが
Our
僕
work
た
is
ち
to
3人の
essentially
仕事なんだ。
rescue the people who are being targeted by this calamity, and our success rate is there. So at this point, we have a lot of people dying on us because of the divine phantom.
風、
Wind. Huh?
風ですか？
What about the wind?
そう、
The wind is
風だよ。
everything. Your white
空から
feathers
降ってくる真っ白
will
な
fall from
羽。
the sky, and basically
最果てから
cold wind will
そ
bring
れを
them
運んで
into
くる肌を刺すような冷たい風。それが合図だ。
these two things are the signs we are looking for.
最果ての古書店に目をつけられた命が
Once alive,
その
targeted
二つに
by
捕まって
Earth
しまえば
Library of the Beyond
それで
is
最後。
captured by the
今日
wind
のあ
and
の
the
子のように
feathers,
体
it's a
ご
game
と
over.
その命をさらわれていってしまう。
biting the soul. In exact same manner you saw earlier with that girl.
でもね、本
The
来
curious thing is, though,
そういった現象は
that the
異
phenomenon
世界の
of
中で
people
はそれ
being
ほど
taken
珍
away
しい
in
ものでもなかったんだ。
of itself isn't anything new. What?
神様の世界
It
が
would take place
その力を暴走させる前から
periodically before the
定期的
divine
にそういった
phantom
現象は
went
起こっていたんだ。
haywire.
それはまるで真夏
It
の
was
台風のように
irregular
恒例
natural
のものだと
occurrence,
いうか
just like
風物
typhoons
詩のようなものだった。
during summertime. In various cultures, it was even a literary symbol for certain seasons.
風物詩
What do you mean by that?
どういうことですか？誰かの命がさらわれていって
Are you
しまう
trying
の
to
が
say that there is
詩的な
something
ものだ
poetic
とい
about
うこ
people
となん
being
ですか？
sacrificed?
言ったろ、
Remember what I
神
said?
様の世界は
The
人間
divine
のことが
phantom
大好きなんだ。
loves humans.
だから決して
It
人を
would
孤独
never
には
let
させない。
someone it loves suffer
その
through the
命
pain
が
of
この世に生
loneliness.
まれてくる前に決めるん
But
だ。
before the time of conception,
家
it
族や
was
恋
prepares
人、
the defined set of
友
companions
達といった近しい
of
人を
companions like
必ず
family,
傍らに幾人か
significant
は置いておく
others,
はずなんだ。
friends, and the like.
だけど時々ちょっとした手違いで天涯孤
However,
独と
there
な
are
ってし
also
まった
times
人
when
間を
it
見つける
wanders
と
and
自分の場所に呼び寄せて
will
その本屋で暮らさせたりもする。
end up all alone. When the phantom locates these people, it summons them to live in the library.
本来あの風もあの羽も
We've always been known
その
as
前
the
触れを
woman
知らせ
that
るための合
herself
図だったん
is
だ。
coming.
寂しい誰かの孤
Any
独を
person
消し
living
去る
in
ためのね。
solitude, suffering will know that the time has come.
それは
So does that mean the divine phantom
寂
becomes
しい人
people who are lonely?
神様の
to
世界
someone
が自
dwelling
分の住
place
処に
and
招待して
then they
そして
as
一緒に暮らすという
then
こと
lives
ですか？
together with them.
まあ簡
In
単に言って
simplified
しまえ
terms,
ば
that's basically what
そう
it
いうこ
is.
とになるのかな。でもなぜだろう。
But for whatever reason, that
今
process is
そうした
happening
現象が無差
erratically
別
now.
に起きてる。
The divine phantom,
神様の
the
世界
library of the beyond,
最果ての
it
古書店
started
が
to
連れ去
take
る相手
away
は
normal people
孤
who
独でも一人きりでも何で
lead
もない
happy, fulfilling lives.
幸せな者たちばかりとなった。ともかく
The
凶
thing
暴
is,
化した
the
人
winter
間の命を
now
連れ
finds
去る
its
最果て
targets
からの
and
風が目をつけ
slowly,
た人の
slowly
命の
whisk
光を
away their lives.
じわりじわりと連れ去っていくんだ。
Sounds sounds pretty creepy, like if you ask me. The worst of it is that you have no means to even to stop it, like if this it's such a big of success that we have like in the percent.
目をつけられた
No matter
命は
when to how
どこまでも
far
ど
they
こま
run,
でも
they can't escape
その
its
風に
clutches.
追われることになる。走るのをやめたとき、その
The
風に
moment
追い
they
つかれて
feel
しまっ
the
たとき
stopper,
が
the moment the
最後だ。
wind catches up to them, it's all over.
その命は体ごと最果てへと持っていかれてしまう。
They whisked away both body and the soul, the realm of the beyond.
だからそんな異常
What
事
we are
態に
doing
目を
is
つけられ
working
た
to free
人
the
間を
people
自由にするため
that
に
find themselves in its
私たちは働い
crosshair.
ている。
In its crosshairs.
いつか神様
At
の
least
世界、
until we one
最
they
果ての
find a
古書
way to
店に
reach
た
the
どり
great
着き、
library of the
そ
beyond
の異
and
常を正す日まで
fix
ね。
that anomaly ourselves.
その世界の場所は分かってはいないんですか？
You said that you don't know where the place is located, right?
今のところは
At this point in time, we don't.
3人で力を合わせて
We all
探し
three
てはい
trying
るけれ
our
ど、
best to search for it.
この世には本当にたくさんの世界があるか
There
ら
are no worlds in our
何千
universe.
何万では済まないく
Hundreds
ら
of
い
thousands of
たくさんね。
millions.
なんだか気の遠
Then
く
how
な
do
る
we
作業ですね。
supposed to find it?
それ
Like,
は
it doesn't seem like we have any clue on us how to reach that place and stop this tragedy from happening. Because that's pretty much tragedy. Like, you have countless lives been lost, and no means to stop that. Like, to reduce the number of people dying like this. The scale is way hard to conceptualize, that's for sure.
そうだね。
You saw that
一人の
one
力では
person would
到
ever be
底
able
成し遂げ
to
ることので
accomplish
きない
what
お
we
仕
are
事だ。
attempting.
だからこうして
That's
3
why
人
we
の
are
力を合わせて戦
we
っ
have
てるんだ
combined
よ。
forces, to
私た
speak.
ちは。
3人で
All three of you she falls silent and gazes at our faces one by one.
ここで少しだ
I
け
guess it would be a good
お話を
idea
整理しよ
to
うか。
explain a few things now.
まず管理人のこいつがこいつ自
This
身に
guy you
備
know
わっ
as
ている
didn't manage
特
to
別な
possess a
力を使
special
い
power.
そして無数に存
Is
在
that
する
he
異世界
searches
の中
across a
から
multitude of
例の
different
バグ状
parallel
態にある
worlds
最果て
and
の古書店
against
に目を
people
つけ
that
られ
have been targeted
今まさ
by
に命を
the
さら
Bug
われよう
Library
としている
and
人間を
I
探
wanted
し
the
出す
virtue for being whisked away.
そうして見つけ出したその人間が
And if that person
まだ
tells
死にた
us
くない
that they
自由
don't
に
want
なり
to
たいと
die
私た
and
ちに
please
願うの
us
ならば
to save them,
私とユウ
then
君の
you
依頼
can
者を
and I believe
あの
locate
風
the
の手が
client,
届かない場
the
所まで
place
逃
where
が
the
すん
wind
だ
can reach them, which is our door.
逃がし屋の私たちが旅のアイルを買い込
Utilizing
む
the unique
この領内にある
travel
ね
path available to us as liberators, we deliver them to this door.
依頼者ですか？
Only clients
世の中には喜
Yep,
んで最
there are
果てに
plenty of
命を
people
差
out
し出す
there
者たちもい
will
るから
gladly
ね
offer themselves to the beyond.
誰しもみんな
It's our truth.
死にたくないと願う
But
人
not
ばかりじゃ
everyone
ない
wants
ん
to
だ
live.
と言いますと、
Why is that?
各世界によっ
It's
て
a
は
prevailing
最果ての
belief
古書店
in
に目をつけられ
emeralds
た
that
命が
you don't
自ら
virtually
その命を差し
offer
出
your
さな
life
ければ
once targeted by
そ
the
の世
great
界は
library
跡
of the
形もなく
beyond.
消滅してしまう
The
と信
particular
じられ
world
てい
you
る
live in will be met with cataclysmic destruction.
そんな
No way.
たった一人の犠
If one
牲
single
をかけ
person
るだけ
dies,
で
the world
その世
you
界
live
は
in
これ
will
までと
continue
変わら
to
ず
prosper
連
in
綿と
peace
平
and
和を享
harmony.
受していくことができる
Millions of lives will be
Night.
saved. A brief silence occupies the room. A silence so solemn and so suffocating that no single sound could be heard.
管理人さんが
Mr. Manager, can I ask you a question? Hmm?
管理人さんが依頼者さんを
Natsuma-san,
見つけ出すことが
so
で
that
きる
you
と
are
は
you're
どう
able
いう
to
ことで
locate
すか？
clients, but
特別
what
な
does that
力？
mean? What is that special power she mentioned?
神様の世界の
Do you
本屋
travel
さ
to
ん
all
に目を
the
つけられ
different
た
worlds
人を
yourself and
管理人さん
search
が
for
探
those
してくると
people?
いうことなんですか？
うん
Not
そ
quite.
れは惜しいな
You're on the right
遠
track,
から
but
ずも
still
近
a
から
fair
ずとい
bit
った
off.
具合だ
With the green, Sugar-san fetches a pipe from his sleeve. Yeah, I don't remember him using this pipe to... at least he was about to use this pipe to locate Haku. In the previous episode. And sticks it into his mouth.
ちょっとした告白をするとね僕には生ま
You
れ
see,
つき
I was born with a
とある
pretty
面白い力が
peculiar
備わってい
innate
るんだ
power.
面白
What?
い
An
で
innate
すか？
power?
そう
Hmm? I'm
もう
actually
ここまで
pretty
来ると
used to
突飛な
being
話には
guessed
慣れ
out
ちゃ
by
ってる
now,
かも
but
しれない
oh
けれ
well.
ど
He stuffs some finely chopped tobacco into the bowl of the pipe and then lights it with a match. After finishing the series of steps, he gets ready to take a half, but stops for some reason. Huh? It's already past nightfall, so the interior of the room has become considerably dim. Suddenly, without a warning, something empty and faint soft light appears.
これは
What is that?
あ
Oh, speak of
噂
the
をすれば
devil.
というやつなのかな
He holds out his fingertip. It looks like a butterfly, which the fin softly lands on. The fin is a butterfly. A reminiscent butterfly, fragile in appearance, almost like a finely crafted piece of origami that used the orange light of the full moon as a paperboard. With each flap of its wings, a beautiful powder of light scatters through the air. A light that is soft on the eyes and strangely comforting. Kana? But despite that, Kana is aghast as though she has just seen a ghost. Everything alright,
管理人さん
Mr. Manager? She quickly addresses Shigura-san, Paying my question, no mind.
それは
What is
何です
that?
か？危険なものでは
It's not dangerous, is it?
そうして触れていても
Is it alright to
大
just
丈夫な
touch it
も
like
のな
that?
のですか？
危険
Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh no. This
そんな
little
ことは
fellas
ないよ。
aren't dangerous at all.
これは僕の家に
They
代
come
々
from
伝わる
the
術式で
summon invocation
名称を
technique
胡
that
蝶
has
の
been
式
passed
という
down in my family from generation to generation. We call it the butterfly invocation.
この式を刺激し
Utilizing this
僕がやれることは
sickly in the
な
butterflies
くしたものを
allows me to
探し
search
出
for
す
things.
ということだ
So these butterflies travel throughout the world to search for the people that are targeted by the Great Library of the Beyond, and so that's probably how we find out about who's been targeted. Although it still doesn't explain like how do they know like that precisely these people will be targeted by the Divine Phantom. While saying that, he takes out a bulky ledger and opens it to a blank page. Then he looks at the luminescent butterfly resting on his fingertips and speaks to it.
おかえり
Welcome
お
back.
勤めご苦労だったね
He softly breathes a puff of air on the butterfly. And then... Accompanied by a soft sound, the luminescent butterfly's shape dissolves and disappears into the open ledger Shigure-san holds in one of his hands. Shortly after, ink letters filled the page that was blank mere moments ago. In writing so beautiful, one would think it was written by a master of calligraphy.
なるほどそうか
Ah, I see. He quickly reads the ink message spelled out on the page and then nods to himself.
やはりというかなんという
Not
か
too much of a surprise, honestly.
Ma-
I figured it would be
分かりきった結果で
something
はあった
along these lines all along.
でどうだった私の本はどこにあ
But
る
how
って
does it say? Where is my book gone? Susan peers at the page of the ledger while inquiring.
少し前に途中まで
See,
読んで
Vasily
そのまま
sampled.
にしていた小説がどこにもなくて
There
困
was
ってた
this
んだ
one
よ
novel
ね
I had started reading some time ago and ended up totally forgetting where I put it. I was only halfway through.
そうだな
Well,
式が
according
持ち
to
帰っ
what
た
the
情報によ
Siglin
ると
gathered,
探し物のあり
the
かは
item
君
you're
の部
looking
屋
for is located in
東
your
大
room.
元暮らしというのかな
That
ともかく
doesn't tell us
あの
much.
カオスな部屋に埋もれてる
I suppose that they say the hardest thing to find is something that's right under your nose. But anyhow, it's somewhere in that mess.
ああなるほどなるほど
Ah, okay.
要
I
す
guess
る
I
に
just
探し
didn't
方が
look
足
for
り
it
なか
hard
ったっ
enough.
てこと
Maybe so. Sugar-san remarks with a nod, then tears out the open page of the ledger and passes it to Susan. I can add the details if you're interested.
これだからいつも言ってるだろ
I keep telling you that you need
本
to
はちゃんと整
properly
理しておかな
organize
いと
your
いけ
books.
ないって
When will you ever learn?
毎回君がデブ賞
Time
の
after
ばか
time,
りに行方不明
you
と
get
なった
stuck
本
having
の
to
ありか
search
を
for
探すのは
those books.
なかなかにめんど
Even
く
though
さ
you
いんだろ
rarely ever leave this
楽じゃない
building.
少しは
You think I
探
enjoy
す方
doing
の
that?
身にもなってほしいものだよ
It's exhausting, I tell you. Put yourself in my shoes for a moment.
なんだよお前にだけは言われたく
Look,
ない
who's
んだっ
talking,
てその
mister?
セリフ
You're literally the last person on the earth I want to hear dipping at me over that.
お前の部屋だって似たような具合で汚れまくってんじゃんか
Your own room is just as messy as and cluttered as mine is.
しっけえな
That's a slanderer.
僕の場合は
It only
あれはあ
appears
れでち
that
ゃんと整
if
理されているん
if
だ
everything in there properly organized,
どこに何があるのか
I can locate
僕に
anything
は
I need
ちゃん
to
と
on a
把握でき
moment's
てるんだよ
notice.
ああそうか
can you
よ
now
そいつは悪うございましたね
How could I have been so blind? Here I have a very sincere apology. She puts with her pursed lips, but quickly cools down.
でもまあ ありがとうな。
Well,
これで
it's
すっき
about
り
the
した。
help anyway.
さーて、続きを読む
Big
ぞ。
a lot off my mind. Alright, time to finally get some reading in. Try to take yourself. Let's get searching. She lives at the dining room.
とまあそういうわけで
Well,
以上が
I think you
僕
get
が
the
使える
idea.
式の力の証明
That's essentially what my evocation technique does.
僕の力の詳細
If
を
you
一
were to
言にまとめると
concisely sum
探し
it
物
up
の式
in
を
a
使
single
い
sentence,
なくした
you
も
could
のの
say
あり
it's
か
a
を
power
探し
that
出す力
utilizes cycling's locate the whereabouts of all those things. After that, he opens a fresh page in his ledger. Pulling a calligraphy pen from his sleeve, he then draws some letters on that black page. And he lights the pipe in his mouth with a match. Lastly, he inhales a deep puff. Cough. And he's not good at smoking. He's not smoking.
なあ
Good game, fun.
い
You
つ
will
ま
not
で
be
経って
able
も
to get
タバ
used
コは慣
to
れない
tobacco.
難儀な体だ
Why is my body so weakly? He exhales the thick tobacco smoke, coughing profusely. The smoke then comes the letters spelled out on the ledger.
おいでおいで出ておいで
Come forth,
どう
my
か
dear little
力を
friend.
貸してくれ
Will you please be so kind as to lend me your aid? Then, right before our eyes, the smoke begins to morph. It's a fluttering butterfly, much like the one we just saw.
この力の使用条
The
件は以下
requirements
の通り
needed to utilize this power as follows.
この帳簿に墨を
First,
使
I
っ
must
て
write into
探した
this
いものの
ledger
名
with
前を
ink,
書く
then what I want to search for.
そうしてこの特別
Then
な
I
タバコの
use
煙を使って
the special tobacco smoke you just saw
式と
to
し
make
て
the
権
ink
限化
letters
させる
manifest as a cycling.
そうすることで
In doing that,
僕が
I
体
give an
内で飼ってい
explicit
る式
order
に
to the cyclings.
明確な命令
I
を
have
下
her
すんだ
inside my body.
今回はあれを探し出してきてほしい
In this
という
instance,
感じだね
that order is to search for the thing I designated with the letters. Kinda says that the luminescent butterfly mesmerized. That single faint glow amidst the darkness like the flame of a candle.
この力を使って最
This
果ての
power
古書
allows
店
me
に
to
目をつけ
locate
られた
people
人間を
who've been
探し出す
targeted by the Great Library of
そ
the
れが
Beyond.
僕の役割だ
That's my job. But how? I still fail to follow, but or maybe he's just giving them the order like you find the people who's targeted by the Great Library of the Beyond, and they automatically search for them. Is it how this works? Like,
帳簿に書きつける探し物の名前は依頼者ひどく曖昧だ漠然としすぎているだから探し出
what
す
I
のに時
specify
間
in
も
my
かかるし
lecture is the
その
thing to
確
be
率
searched
も
for
非
is
常に低
the
い
word client. So we're getting the explanation after all. Awfully ambiguous and vague, yes, which is why locating one of these persons not only takes a lengthy amount of time, it also has a minuscule chance of success.
そして時々
Every now and
商
then,
人の
we'll
町で
also
町人
search
たち
for
がなく
things
したものを
that
探したりもし
people
て
of the merchant town
ユーマ
have
君や夏目君が
have
逃がし
happened
屋
to
なら
lose.
僕は差し詰め
Ryumagon and
探し物
Natsume-san
屋
are
と
the
言ったところだ
liberators. I suppose you could say I'm a locator.
探し物や
A locator?
そう
Mm.
ユーマ君たちと同
It's
様
really
に
how Yumakon and
依頼があれば
Natsume-san
どのような
go
も
about
ので
their
も探し
work,
出す
take requests
それ
and
が
locate
こ
whatever
この
is
管理人形と
the
並行
client
する
wants me to.
僕個人の
That's
仕
my
事だ
secondary job in addition to being a door manager here.
さてこれくらいで一通りは終わったか
That
な
about wraps up the
僕
extent
た
of
ちが
what I
カ
can
ナちゃんに
explain to
説
you.
明できることは
管理人さん
Mr. Manager,
最後にもう
would
一
you
つ
mind
だ
if
け
I ask you one final
質問
question?
をしてもいいでしょうか
And what the question might be?
何かな
What's in your mind?
その力では神様の世界を
Would
探
it
し出
not
す
be
ことは
possible to say locate the divine phantom with your power?
神様の世界を
I
探
just
し出して
can't help but wonder if
その暴挙を
Yuma-san
止
and
めるのがユー
Natsume-san's
マさんたちの目的な
objective
ら
is to return the
そうした
library
方
to
が
normal,
依頼
and
者さんを探すよりも
wouldn't
早いん
it
じゃないの
faster
か
to
な
find the
って
divine phantom itself
そう思ってしまいま
rather
す
than finding its victims?
探してる 探してるよ。
Oh, I assure you,
ずっ
I'm
とずっ
searching
と
for
探
it.
し続けて
I've been searching for longer than you can imagine.
だけどこの僕の力は
The difficult part is
命あるものや特定
my
の場
power
所の
drops
みを探し出
significantly
す
in
のには
effectiveness
不
when
向きな
searching
ん
for
だ。
two types of things. Living things and specific places.
それでも決して不可能だというわけで
By
は
no
ないけれ
means,
ど、
though.
だけ
Does
ど
that
そ
mean
の
it
精度
can't
は非常
work?
に下がる。
Just that accuracy takes a huge dip.
あくまでもなくした
My
ものを
power
探
always
し出すことが
operates
前提のも
under
の
the
だからね。
premise of
この僕
getting
の
something
力
that
は。
was lost. That's why.
そして依頼者だって
Needless to say,
命あ
the
るもの
clients
だ。
I search for are also living beings, so they fall under the affirmationate category.
それらを探し出すのだっ
Locating
て
them
得意じゃないけ
isn't
ど、
easy by any
でも
stretch
特
of
定の
the
場所という空
imagination.
間を探し出
But
すより
it's
か
still
は
a great deal
随
easier
分
than
優しい。
locating a specific place in the universe as a whole.
そうなんです
Oh,
か。
I see. Kinda seems to emanate on something for a minute after hearing that.
それでは以上が今現在の
Yeah, I
僕たち
figured
大
as
人が
much.
カナちゃんに教えてあげられる事情のすべてだ。
If he was able to locate the divine symptom, he probably would be already there instead of trying to save the victims of it with no avail. Alright, I think that concludes everything the grown-ups can tell you at the moment.
あとはユーマくん
We'll
に
let
任せよう
Yuma-kun
と思う。
handle the rest.
このような
I
話を
assume
カ
he
ナちゃん
has
に聞かせると
appropriate
いうの
reason
は
for letting you in
それ相応の道理があ
on
るのだ
all
ろう
of
から
this.
ね。
I'm sure he will be able to. He'll be glad to tell you anything you want to know. With those final words, Elsa wanders out of the dining room. And now the silence. Now that the only two of us are left, the room is engulfed in silence. Not an awkward one, though. A serene silence. The only sounds to be heard is the slow, constant tick of the second hand of the wall clock. And that's the transition. Man, why? Why did things turn out this way? I can't help but I think that maybe I jumped the gun a bit. Kana-san. I gingerly woke up and addressed Kana, who is currently in front of the kitchen sink, observing the task she's doing. Can we talk for a bit?
はい、
Yes,
でしょうか。
what is it? She turns around and the faucet is still running. Well, I think this is might be a good place to stop for today because unexpectedly we had a lot of things to digest and instead of just taking everything like in one go, I think it would be a good thing to take a break and continue the next time with after thinking about all the stuff for a bit. So thank you everyone for watching this, and the next time we're gonna continue with this chapter, like because we still we probably still have a lot to go before the chapter ends.